G'day, my name is Brad Rowswell. I'm a state member of the Victorian Parliament and a member of the Parliamentary Liberal Party. Now, I know a lot of you at the moment are feeling like you're alone, like no one's listening to you and no one cares about what your views on life and the stage 4 lockdowns are about. A lot of you are feeling like your freedoms are being imposed upon and your freedom is being restricted. Some of you might even think that democracy itself is being undermined. And I get it. I absolutely understand why you would think that your freedoms are being imposed upon and why you think that our democracy is being undermined, because I feel the same way as you. But I also want you to know that there are people in the fight every day of the week who are going into bat for people like you. And those people are people like me and some of my Parliamentary Liberal Party colleagues. Now, if you're not aware of what's happened with hotel quarantine, I suggest you look it up. It is a great, great tragedy. In essence, our Premier, Daniel Andrews, chose to use untrained, private, subcontracted security guards over ADF support. In the same breath, Daniel Andrews and his government chose to put in a request for the ADF to be monitoring you via ADF drones. So in one breath he says, no, we don't want these people to look after hotel quarantine, which has since caused more than 99% of coronavirus cases in Victoria and has caused our stage 4 lockdowns, which have imposed upon our freedoms and imposed upon our democracy. But on the other hand, Daniel Andrews says that it's okay to ask for ADF support when it comes to monitoring you, your activities, your whereabouts and your families during these stage 4 lockdowns. This guy's priorities are all so horribly wrong. Now, of course, these decisions that governments make do make a real life lasting impact in our communities. Having spoken to a mum recently, a local mum who is a funeral director, she would ordinarily bury, sadly, someone because of suicide once a month. In recent times, she's been burying someone because of that terrible circumstance once a week. And those people, as she told me earlier this week, have included 17-year-old girls finishing their VCE studies, their final year of schooling with their life ahead of them. And they include small business owners who have found it too tough to continue. So the decisions that governments make do have a lasting impact, and sometimes even a tragic impact in the lives of people. Now, Daniel Andrews also wants to extend this lockdown. He wants to extend the state of emergency here in Victoria indefinitely. Therefore, imposing upon your freedoms, therefore imposing upon my freedoms for an indefinite period. And his justification for this? Oh, it's easier to operate in a state of emergency than it's not, where executive power invested in certain government ministers reigns, where the democratic institution of our parliament is abandoned. The Victorian Parliament in this state has not sat in full in a regular sitting since earlier this year, say February. That is unheard of. The House of Commons, during the Blitz, sat. So why can't the Victorian Parliament during this state of emergency? This is what Labor does, time and time again. They impose upon our freedoms and they undermine our democracy because they think they know best. Well, I'm telling you tonight that I think you know best. I have more faith in you than Daniel Andrews will ever have, because that's who I am. That is what my party and my philosophy tells me. Now, please do not underestimate your impact in this circumstance. You know, I often say that politics is not a spectator sport. It's not just about sitting at the sidelines and crowing and complaining. If you want to make a difference in your community, if you want to make a lasting impact in this state, then sign up. Whether it be to a political party or contact an MP's office and tell them what you think. Ask a Labor MP in your area what their plan for economic recovery is here in Victoria. I sadly think that you'll be left wanting when you ask that question, but still put the pressure on. You have a voice and it makes a difference. So continue using that voice, but above all else, as we come hopefully to a near end of this coronavirus circumstance where so many lives and livelihoods have been lost, my encouragement to you is to stay safe, to stay well, to look out for each other. We will get through this.